for a new and different perspective every week on LEGO sets, news, media, and more. You're listening to the BCC Podcast.
Today is Monday, April 22nd of 2019, and you're listening to episode 191 of the BCC Podcast. I am Ford, and here with me today is LQ.
I need to do something more interesting every week that I can talk about at the beginning of the podcast. I would do like a wine of the week if I was richer, but I can't afford that.
Great.
That just makes you sound pretentious, though.
That's the idea. We're the most pretentious
I'm also here with
LEGO
Molaris.
podcast.
I don't know why, but I'm inexplicably tired right now.
You've been inexplicably tired even though you've been sleeping constantly.
Maybe I just need to sleep more.
Yeah, how come you complain about sleeping, but you get like 10 hours of sleep every night?
I object. Sometimes it is 11 or 12.
That's
depending
when
on
you
the
wake
day.
up.
That's not healthy.
That's probably why
It's not
he's
healthy
tired.
at all. Yeah.
It's a symptom of depression,
You should not be
too.
sleeping that long.
Well, I have to do it to cope, you know?
Yeah,
Or
okay.
not. Or you could just get up earlier. Like at least at 9.
But then I'll be depressed throughout the whole day.
That's not how
I'm
that
also here with
works.
Glenda.
Yes, it does.
I
need to either drown in booze or just
that
not
is not
feel
how
anything.
swimming works.
What is this intro?
I
Move it
did
forward,
this very
move it
quickly.
forward.
Firstly, alcohol content, and then this. Do you realize how quickly we're gonna get demonetized, guys?
I don't think
We already
alcohol gets you
are.
demonetized yet.
It doesn't? Oh, well, never mind.
Donuts
then.
Not yet,
do.
anyway.
I took down my
In the
last
future,
video
you
for
might.
nothing.
Donuts definitely get you demonetized.
Why?
What?
Is that a
Oh.
euphemism for something
I want you
that
to
I'm not
explain more
familiar
about
with?
this whole
No,
donut thing.
like people get demonetized for mentioning junk food because it apparently promotes bad eating habits. or something.
What?
Are you
Oh, really?
serious?
That was a thing for a while, at least.
That's not...
I need to get a Ryan
Yeah, like
on
TTV,
call
because they had donuts in their thumbnail, they got demonetized in one of their videos.
That's actually
Wait,
awesome.
So, okay, let's do a test, okay? We're going to do some double negatives here. The best kind of Cheetos, are you listening, YouTube, are the baked Cheetos.
But Ford, we can't even get demonetized because we are never monetized to begin with.
Yeah.
But do you think Patreon would
exactly.
take us down?
No, Patreon is not that far gone.
Patreon, actually, lets you keep money so far.
So for some people, there have been some incidents.
Yeah.
But they have not... They're definitely way better than YouTube about it.
But do you think they'd at least contact us about me saying that?
No.
No?
No,
'Cause
they don't
care.
listen to us.
Man.
Yeah, Patreon has literally no idea what we're doing.
Well, now you know a cold hard fact, everybody. The best kind of Cheetos are the baked ones.
Wait, do you really believe that?
Yes.
No. The best kind
They
of
don't-
Cheetos are the Chipotle Ranch Cheetos.
I didn't get that. You cut out.
You
again.
completely
Yeah,
cut out,
you-
which
you
is
did
probably
cut
for the
out.
benefit.
I said the best kind of Cheetos are the Chipotle Ranch Cheetos.
I never had those.
They're amazing.
I'll take your word for it.
He doesn't believe you. Fight.
Whoa. Sorry.
I do like
my
onions.
allergies have been bothering me lately, and my throat is kind of killing me. So, LQ, if you would like to take it away for me, I would like to not speak as much this podcast.
All right. Well, we've got several... I cut that out of the audio now.
No, that should be our new intro.
No.
Why do we need
Anyway,
it for
we
a
have
new and different
several
approach?
groups of summer 2019 set images. Already, I have talked about the Ninjago summer images, but other people are here now, so they can talk about them as well. And we've got some Lego City images, and I've got some words for them. And we've also got some creator set images. So, what would you guys like to talk about first?
Why don't we get this other piece of news out of the way
Oh,
first?
there's
Oh,
one that I
yeah.
forgot about the other one.
That's true.
So, apparently at Celebration, because Star Wars Celebration just happened, Matthew Wood was like, hey, we're making a new Lego Star Wars game. we're gonna release it next year. That was it.
That's not exactly how it went down, but it covers the essentials.
Yeah.
Do you realize at that point, Traveler's Tales will have made almost more Star Wars games than EA has since EA got the license?
Oh boy.
It already still has. So.
Yeah,
they have. They've only made one since EA got the license, haven't they?
Since they got the license, yeah, just one.
But
It'll
in
be
total,
two, so they'll be very
4.
close to outpacing EA.
No, 5.
5?
Well, if you count the complete saga as
No,
a
we're
separate
talking
game
about
from the first 2.
since EA got the license for the Star Wars games.
Oh.
And
Okay,
I'm actually surprised that Lucasfilm is allowing the Lego Star Wars games to continue, just because they're weirdly focused on letting EA be the sole provider of Star Wars entertainment.
And they're also weirdly focused on, well, all Star Wars has to be canon, so, yeah, that Minoc, or not Minoc, the tentacle thing, that's how Han Solo got it, because it happened in a Lego game, you know? So it's canon.
What?
It's just, for The Force Awakens, there's a level where Han Solo gets the Rathtars, that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Rathtars. And this isn't a Lego game, you know? It doesn't have to be accurate or canon, but Disney decided, you know what? That's exactly how Han Solo got the Rathtars, give or take some exaggeration. It's like, come on!
I think they've gotten over that some since Battlefront 2 came out. Which is much more loose with canon.
A bit more, yeah.
But yeah, they were definitely really weird about it for a while. I think they might be getting better, because now they are, like, including Anakin and Darth Vader in the same game, which they said they'd never do.
Yep. After, some people complained about it justly.
Yeah.
Wait, why wouldn't they put them in the same game?
They said they'd never do Anakin and Darth Vader in the same game because it would break canon.
But, like, they already are the same person, so what gives?
No.
They mean, like,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, why not?
They were really weird about the examples they gave. Like, they'd also said they'd never
Also,
have
like-
Darth Vader appear in all pink clothing.
Why not?
Don't know. So someone made a mod that did that.
That's kind of dope. Dibs.
But, yeah, they
Also,
seem
like,
to be getting a bit better
weren't
about
they
it.
like, oh, we need to make screen-accurate battles, like, in the movies? But then their first trailer for, like, the first Battlefront, like, the first EA Battlefront game was Jedi Knight, Return of the Jedi Luke versus Darth Vader on Hoth.
I don't remember.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah,
What?
okay, yeah, that would have been it because the Return of the Jedi Luke was the default Luke for that game. But anyway, the point is they've gotten over that by now. So I'm assuming we're not going to have any more canonization in this new Lego Star Wars game. Hopefully.
You would think.
I mean, not that there's actually an issue with it. It's just weird. So let's move on to some other stuff. Let's move on to some sets. That's what we're here for.
Are we?
Supposedly.
Yes. So what sets do you guys want to talk about first? Because I've talked about sets for several hours today already. I feel like other people should get
why
some
don't we go
input.
over the creator sets first?
All
Sound
right.
good.
All right. Yeah, let's go into the creator sets. These I just
Because
saw
I think
before
there's
the
fewer
podcast.
of them, and I think this is my first time actually looking at them.
Well, they
so-
only were revealed today.
Yeah.
So, no prices for anything coming out in the summer still, so it's a bit hard to judge without the price, in my opinion.
I also don't know if these are the official names.
You don't?
Like, they might not be the full names, but they're kind of like, this is the gist of it.
Oh, okay, well, let's start out with set 31095, Carousel.
It's a
Right.
carousel. And it's a drop ride. Wow.
This one I'm not a big fan of.
I keep
Yeah, it looks kinda
peripherally
boring.
seeing.
Not
I keep
gonna lie.
peripherally seeing Yoshi in this.
Hey, where?
I don't know, the shade of green and the way that they're arranged, I don't even know. But it's just, I keep looking up at the one thing.
Speaking of that,
I think it's the sign with the ice cream on it. I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye and saying, oh yeah, that's Yoshi. And I look down and it's ice cream and disappointment.
Speaking of that, someday we gotta get Lego Nintendo. Eventually. That's just gotta happen, doesn't it?
I mean,
I
it
assume
should
so.
happen, but will
Connect
it?
still had the license last I knew, but it's been a long time since they've released anything, I think.
Also, Nintendo is weird about licensing their stuff because everyone who licenses their stuff generally screws it up, so they're very cautious with their
I think they'd be fine with
IPs.
Lego.
I don't know
I
if
think
Lego
they
would
should
do a
be.
Yoshi license with the whole like tax fraud thing. So
That's
We're
true.
moving on to the double rotor helicopter.
That seems impractical.
That's a real thing.
yeah,
It does
It is.
seem impractical, though.
Why did I
How?
not have
This is a
there it
legit thing, though. It's nice.
Like the way it's laid out, though.
Love me a good helicopter.
That's how the double rotor helicopters work, Kevin.
They should, but do they?
Yes.
they run on
moment,
synced
please.
motors. Of course they do.
Don't they need more wing space, though? Like,
I
Yeah,
just said they
if they
run
don't
on
run into
synced
each other.
motors.
Hang on a second.
Like
Look,
it's how they work.
here's a picture of a double rotor helicopter.
ew. It
Aren't they
looks
beautiful?
wrong.
Well,
Yes,
you look wrong.
That's how the rotors
Wow, I can't believe I
are.
was
Well,
the
I'm a
one to
human
make that joke.
being. I don't have any control over how I look. I can design something that looks good, though. That is
can you
not
really,
a
though?
good-looking design.
What is that thing
Possibly.
that it's holding on the hook?
I think it's some kind of like underwater drone.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like one.
That's what it looks like.
Huh.
Okay, I wonder if it's based off a certain model, because it looks familiar. It looks like it's a specific
Probably not.
I don't know, the tail design looks like something I've seen before. I'm seeing if I can find a picture of it.
Alright, well, you find that, though. Let's move on to the next one, which is the one I like, the Townhouse
is.
and Pet Store.
Oh yeah, this
yeah,
one
it
is
looks
pretty
really
interesting.
nice.
This one I like. I like buildings that have walls in 4
Compared
dimensions.
to its, a
I
second
like the
build.
graphic on the side.
Of
Yeah, with the coffee cup.
one,
The
mug
coffee
one.
cup.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
like that.
I also like the
Goose
hot
stuff.
dog cart they have there. And the little pet shop logo, which they make with all bricks.
And it
no
comes
printing.
with a croissant.
I ordered so many croissants now.
Why?
Because I could.
Wait,
Why?
like actual croissants or Lego croissants?
Lego croissants. I just got a bunch of them off Bricks and Pieces. I have like 12 of them.
That's amazing.
That's not quite as horrifying as the mental image I had. Okay, carry on.
So now all of the ninja can eat croissant.
Sure.
Yes.
Ninja soul.
Knock yourself
the,
out.
The
ninja.
second build it's okay.
I don't really like the second build so much that I didn't even get a picture of it.
I do like how they did the toothbrush thing.
I think that the toothbrush is probably the best thing about the second.
The
Yeah,
thing
'cause,
is,
like,
What's
toothbrush
making a Lego
that's
looking
behind a
toothbrush isn't
tooth.
hard.
I like that.
What is the thing that's kind of off to the side that
A
looks
trolley.
like a mini
That is a
museum?
cable car
Okay.
or a trolley. Yes.
That
Yeah,
makes
not a
sense.
cable
I can
car.
see
Cable
that now
cars
that it's-
are in the air.
But yeah, but I always think they're called cable cars because they run on like cable.
All right. Well, I don't really have that much else to say about this set. Do you guys want to move on?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All
Next
right.
one is
Next
Wilderness
up, we
Hut
have the Wilderness Hut.
31098.
It's a hut.
Yeah,
Wow.
with the skull.
It's also a boat and a treehouse.
And a wolf.
Which are both.
And a bald eagle.
Yeah. Honestly, probably my least favorite out of all of these.
It seems kind of small. I'm not sure about it.
It's also weird that that guy in the kayak has a brick-built paddle when I'm pretty sure we've got a paddle piece before.
Well,
We do,
we all know
but-
why
I feel
it's
like we do,
a
yeah.
brick-built paddle.
Well, so they could
Yeah.
use the bricks for other things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Overall, it's nice. Like I said, probably my least
It's not
favorite.
bad.
If I was to buy any of them, I'd buy the Townhouse and Pet Store just because it doesn't look like a facade,
Mhm.
unlike this.
Yeah, I think from the Wilderness Hut, the tree house build looks like the best of the
I don't like
the
it.
three.
It looks
don't know.
incomplete.
It looks
to me.
alright. Not for me though.
Also,
I
the
guess.
prints on a lot of these sets for the minifigures are so old.
Yeah, that's the problem with these.
A
They're
lot
like,
of some of these
they
are going
just
on.
go too generic.
So yeah, some of these are over a decade old. Which
Just like some of us.
Some of us.
Some of us.
But yeah, I don't understand why Lego can't make more prints for casual minifigures. It's just that is very much a cost-cutting move
Mhm.
to not
Yeah.
include those, which I do not support. So let's move on to something else I don't support.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Tree houses?
Sorry.
Classic space.
Oh yes, that is true.
Bionicle?
That is also true.
Does classic
Well,
space
okay, not
make us
Bionicle in
hate
general. I don't
Bionicle?
support mismanaged Bionicle.
We were talking about that just earlier today, but we probably shouldn't talk about it on the podcast.
I think I have talked about that on the podcast before, but no, I'm not going to talk about that unless someone personally comes to me and ticks me off about it.
I would like to talk about it later off the podcast. Is that okay?
Maybe. Let's go on to the Lego
How much are
City
you
images.
paying me?
So a while ago, you may recall, we
If
were
you have a
talking
memory.
about Lego City was having Mars exploration sets coming in the summer.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
would they announce those? I didn't expect the sets to have literally nothing to do with Mars whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're space sets. And all of you people who are constantly asking for classic space, you should be happy with these, though I know you won't be.
Because they're not classic space.
They're not happy with anything, though.
They
This
are
really
not,
is, okay, again, it's not a whole theme, but Lego City Waves last about as long as themes did back in the day. It's no different, it's just under the city banner, and if you want classic space, here you go. I don't want it. I think it's kind of boring, but if you want it, buy it, and they will continue to make it. But you won't. I guarantee you, people are not going to go and buy these sets in droves, like they did with Benny Space Squad, which
They certainly
only
didn't-
sold as
they
well
s-
as it did because it was a singular set.
Yes. I will say they certainly didn't sell the jungle theme from like a couple of years back. I'm still seeing those in stores on heavy discounts, and they don't move.
I don't usually base how things sell off of stores because it varies widely from area to area.
I understand that, but like
For
Usually
most of
I
your
don't
toys, like any of the toy aisles seem to have like things from years ago in general. Like
What's that?
anytime you talk about anything, it's like, oh, they haven't sold off the shelves in ages.
it's like
And I
nobody
just think
goes
it-
to the stores in my area.
See exactly why we shouldn't
And
be
I
basing
think
this off
part of it is
here.
because in my town recently they just opened up an Amazon warehouse.
That could be
I have a
part of it.
feeling that I'm putting 1 and 2 and 3 together. So
I wish I had an
How much
Amazon
does that
warehouse
make
in my
for
town. I
it?
could get things in one day instead of 2.
yeah, you could, but then you got to pay in-state tax.
I already have to pay in-state tax.
Yes, but now that we have a warehouse, now we have to do that.
You didn't have to pay state tax before?
No, I think this is the first one.
Because that's why I always have to input your zip codes. Gotta pay state tax.
We never had to pay state tax on Amazon until now.
Huh.
Yep. So that stinks.
Wait, so you just didn't pay any sales tax?
Nope.
Huh. Yeah, I definitely have always paid
privilege.
sales tax.
Great.
Okay, well, anyway, let's talk about these sets, though. We're actually going to start with the rocket one, the biggest one, the
big
Space Research Rocket Control Center,
Because why not?
because I already put the image in the overlay.
It's got rockets It's got control centers. It's got
The
monorail.
new roller coaster track piece from Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
It's got monorail. It's
That's
totally
not a monorail,
classic
Ford.
space,
That
guys.
has 2 rails.
Yeah.
It's a bivalve. It can't be a monovalve if it has more than one valve.
Oh yeah.
Mono kind of means one.
Oh,
Like monocycle. Wait.
well, like it's trying to be, okay?
So
No, it's not, because then it would have one.
this set is fine, and that is absolutely it.
Yep.
It's going to be expensive because of the track pieces.
Yeah. I
But
think it's just
based
like because
off
of the
the
surface
real,
area it has to cover.
thing, right?
Is it based? It does look kind of like the new SpaceX ships.
I think that's that's kind of the point of these sets. They're all like they all have like the inspired by NASA careers thing
Did
on
it
them.
say that?
Yeah. That's
I-
what it says on like the corners of the boxes.
I cannot make that out in these image quality.
That's what it says.
I'm trying to find it. What was the name of the SpaceX ships again?
I don't know.
Oh, the Heavy Falcon or Falcon Heavy.
Oh, yeah, it totally does say that. Something like that.
Yeah, this does bear a strong resemblance to the SpaceX
I literally just
Falcon.
Googled it, and it is pretty close.
Honestly, I don't like the look, even though it does its job just fine. It's actually a very economical spacecraft. I don't think they look as cool as some of the
I
older
don't-
spacecrafts.
I don't think it's a matter of looking cool as it is just getting it into space.
Which I support. That's a good goal.
Honestly, I like the aesthetic of the Lego one a bit more than I like the
I do like the
aesthetic of
colors on the
actual
Lego one a bit more.
That's because it's closer to steampunk.
How much does space paint cost?
Usually then it's not usually paint. They usually put something on it that's specially treated so it doesn't burn up.
So space paint, how much does that cost? Probably too much.
It costs
If my tax
non-existent
dollars are going
dollars.
towards this, I'd rather spend the minimal amount of money on it possible. Yeah, but the Lego set does have cooler colors. Is that burnt orange on there? I can't really tell. It's definitely not brown, and I doubt it's copper.
Why is everything outside of a spaceship mostly white? Okay, let's find out.
Actually, Ford, you should know this. Have they ever used copper in anything besides weapon pieces? Has there ever been any bricks molded in copper?
I honestly don't know.
I can't think of any. You know, I can
I'm
only
sure
think of, like,
they've
the
done
swords and stuff.
some. I'm sure they've done some, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. I can search for it on Brickset real quick.
Maybe. I don't think it's worth it. I'm pretty sure this isn't copper anyways. I'm pretty sure it's burnt orange. Just can't tell because of all the lighting effects.
I found out why it's white.
Why?
It's because it reflects the nasty radiation and stuff.
Oh, so these minifigures are gonna die. Brown does not reflect radiation.
Not really, no.
Well, that's why we use utilitarian things rather than aesthetic things.
So
I'm going
let's
to
move
text
on
the NASA guy I know
to
and ask him about it.
a smaller set. Maintenance mission shuttle. Again, a very classic. Not very classic, but people who, when I argue with them about classic space, they're always, well, I don't mean like exactly the same. I mean updated, but within the same theme as it. Well, that's
Now,
this set. You got
I'm
what
just
you
gonna
wanted.
say this now, but I do not think this is inspired by NASA careers.
Well, no, this is kind of impractical for an actual spaceship.
Oh, and actually, it's just inspired by NASA astronauts in space, but I don't think it's inspired by them either, really.
This ship in particular? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so kind of misleading there.
I mean, maybe the satellite.
So you're saying like
Astronaut satellite.
you're saying like
closer.
1/4 of the entire set is actually based on it. Great.
Well, it's not based
It's
on
like
Ford,
real
inspired.
stories, you know? Like
Yeah,
all the
totally.
Hollywood movies, inspired by a true story. Yeah. You know?
If Orion were here, he'd be like,
Now, this one does have
so
orange
it's like
on
the
it, which makes
gravity
it a bit
theme.
better. But it doesn't have as much orange as the Mars mission, which makes it inferior. I don't care what the AFOLs say. Mars mission is the superior space theme.
yeah. It's got conflict. It's got interesting looking aliens. It's got green crystals, man. Green crystals.
I do like green crystals.
Yeah, who doesn't like green crystals? It's got mechs with arms that scoop up things as they roll.
Yes.
That's cool.
So, does anyone actually have anything to say about this one? Because it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's kind of...
especially. Satellite.
It's like, okay.
I'd
it's
say,
fine.
like, looking at the
It's not
back of the
good,
box,
bad.
like, I like how it has a
It's
thing
fine.
to deploy the satellite from the back. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Alright, let's move on then to the rover test drive. Again, we're not on Mars. I don't think any of these sets are on Mars. Okay, maybe the next one is. But the rest aren't. So
This has something interesting in it.
is it the geode piece?
Yes.
I was wondering if that was new. Again, these sets aren't the best image quality, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But that looks like a cool piece.
Yeah, so
does
it's
look
like...
cool. I like it.
I guess it's supposed to be like some kind of transparent, like, part in the middle.
Yeah,
So it's
pretty
like
sure
it's like
that's what I'm
cross
getting.
section. So
Making
if you
me
put
dizzy to try to focus on it.
yeah, so if you like put two together, it's like the whole rock.
Man, I haven't seen that camera piece used in something in forever.
They recently brought it back.
Is it the same mold then, or is it a similar mold?
It's the same one, yeah.
Okay,
From what I can
'cause
tell.
I can't remember the last time I saw it. It was usually used for bazookas.
Yeah.
It was used for, like, all sorts of things. Cameras, blasters, bazookas, and... You know?
But the only other set I've seen it in recently is the I think it's that new snow speeder for
Is it in that?
for the 20th line.
I had not noticed that.
Yeah, because the original one had it, so I guess they were like, hey, why not have it for this one? Because it's 20th anniversary, baby.
So as far as the rest of the stuff in this set goes, the rover itself I think is pretty boring.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
Nothing seems special about it.
Well, are you as an actual individual? Are you much into space stuff in general?
Somewhat.
No. Remember his reaction to the black hole, though?
Oh,
That
yeah.
should give you
Oh,
the...
gosh.
Why is it
That
That
so
was-
should give
that
you
was
the
blurry?
gauge
borderline
on
insulting.
how...
Wait a minute, you
How
agreed
much
with
you-
me.
I agree.
Yeah,
that
you
it
did.
was blurry.
Yeah,
No,
Glenda
no,
and I were
Kevin
like,
agreed
on
with
the
me that it
same
was
side in this
underwhelming.
debate. Like, it's
Yeah,
the best they
no.
can do.
I'm not saying I was exactly overwhelmed by it either, but I'm just saying that's a good gauge on how interested one is in space.
That's like me explaining. No, your reaction to the black hole thing was like me explaining that I helped develop a novel treatment for this type of disease, and you're like, why don't you just cure it?
I didn't.
It's
not
equivalent
me.
to
Not
that.
at all the same thing. Why am I agreeing with Ford in an argument? I mean,
Because
I
I'm
don't
right.
agree with anything you just said, but
Anyway,
What?
no, I just don't think this
How
is.
could
My
you be
point
with
is
me and then
that
turn on
I-
me so fast?
my point is that I agree in principle. I don't agree with that specific argument, but in principle, I agree that the underwhelmed response to the black hole thing was heresy.
Yes.
It's just a blurry picture. It's like if I see a blurry picture of a new
It's the
species,
best
I'm not
we
gonna be
can
very
do.
interested in it either.
It's a picture of
We
something that
discovered
is not
Bigfoot,
visible.
guys. With a blurry picture. I can prove Bigfoot
I mean, the memes were
exists.
fun. I enjoyed those.
Great.
Memes were great.
So does anyone else have anything to say about the rover test drive, or can we move on from that?
Nah, it's too big. Looks kind of
Big?
boring. Whatever, man.
I don't think it's bad.
The cockpit, like, they show a picture of, like, what a rover it's based on, though. Honestly, the proportions are nowhere near the same. Like, the cockpit's way smaller, and the wheels are way bigger.
It looks kind of like they revamped it. It looks like it has the same proportions as a pickup truck.
Yeah,
which
like there's
isn't
kind of
quite
like
right.
a diagram on the back of
Yeah.
what the real one kind of sort of looks like, and it just looks like it's beefed up, like a beefed up version of that. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
All right, let's move on to the Mars Research Shuttle, the only one that's actually taking place in Mars on this wave. Or in this wave.
Yeah.
I'm not having a good talking day.
This one's kind of boring, too.
This is probably my favorite.
Yeah, which
There's
is not
only
saying
one-
much
wait.
about the,
There's only one minifigure.
Oh, never mind.
This guy's gonna go
1
crazy
out
on
of
his
10.
own. Are you kidding me? Did they read Atomic Robo?
This is also going to be like at least $70 or $80. Space shuttles always are. Though they don't use the space shuttle cockpit piece, which is odd.
Yeah, they like use
I
a
don't know.
new
Something
printed
about
one.
it seems weird. I don't know.
The colors are still boring too. There's not enough orange.
Yeah, it's like, how do they... Lego, how did you manage to make space boring? Like,
I understand
how?
they're trying to go for somewhat realistic, but then I feel like they ruined that with the really not realistic, like that giant orange claw picking up a gemstone on the surface of Mars.
well, it's not even the surface of Mars.
This one is Mars.
Oh, that one. Okay, I see. Never mind. Ignore me, like usual.
I wasn't gonna say it like that, but you know.
So, yeah, I like the look of the shuttle the best of any of the vehicles we've seen so far, but I still don't think it's that entertaining.
Oh, I just noticed something. So you know that new geode piece we were talking about before?
Mm-hmm.
And how it had like a red inside?
Yeah, this one has a blue.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
Lego City keeps getting these weird specialty pieces that we see once and then never again.
Wonder what that's about.
Alright, I think
may never know.
there's 2 more sets, which the next one I almost liked, because I think the idea of a Lego space station is really cool. The
Oh.
issue is,
Oh.
this one's called Moon Base for one, which is odd because it's not really on the moon.
Yeah, it's a space base.
It's a space station.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, does that say
Yeah, it's a
battery?
space
Do they
station.
not have the rights
This has
to
a
the term
this has a
space
light up
station?
feature? Where?
What, it has a light feature?
It has a light brick.
Where? Yeah, where is that?
I can't tell where it's from.
Now, what would have been cool with this is if I had an idea, they could have made a modular space station, which would have been really cool.
That's true, actually.
Because, space stations really are modular.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it is modular.
But there's no other space station pieces.
What do you mean?
This is the only space station set.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have, had other parts of the space station you could have hooked together.
But at least you can get, I think the point is you can get multiples of this set.
Can you? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if there's at least 2 on the shelf, you can pick up 2.
No, that's not
and
what
buy
I mean.
them.
I can't find any pictures to tell me if this actually has an interior either. I think, okay, one of them on the back, it looks like it has kind of an interior. But
You cut out like crazy, and I have no idea what you said.
I said it looks like it kind of has an interior, but not that much. As well, the middle does not have an interior, as far as I can tell.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's just there for, connection purposes.
Yeah, I feel like this set could have been more fully realized.
I feel like it's a good kind of starting point.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel finished.
I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I think Lego really needs to make that moon colony set real or
Moon
fake.
colony set?
Yeah, just make a lunar colony.
I've not heard of this.
Just make one.
Is
You
this
don't know?
you refer to it as if it's a thing that people talk about a lot, but
I mean, it's been on
Yeah.
ideas quite a few times.
That's why it hasn't happened.
Just come on, people. So
All
pretty,
right.
please.
Anyone else have anything to say about this?
Not really.
It's
It's,
a
a novel
space
idea.
station.
I just.
Well, we
you
have
know.
this wave's people pack up next, which I like people packs generally, except this one kind of depletes the purpose of a people pack.
Yeah, it does. I don't
Because
like it.
there is no generic minifigures in this set. It's all space themed.
Yes.
Also, there's a one blue spacesuit astronaut in this, which doesn't match any of the other astronauts in the wave.
For some
yeah,
reason.
what do you know?
It's really
That's interesting.
odd.
It
And then
also
we have,
has
like-
a robot.
I like the weird alien on a stick.
Oh yeah.
A squid on a stick.
Whoa, that's a CMF head.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's cool. I'm glad that's coming in a new set like this.
Cthulhu.
Oh, they have like an Area 51 like research person there.
Yeah, is that a new mold for the hairnet thing?
I don't think so. I think that's a CMF
No.
piece too. Which like this set has at least two CMF pieces that I can see that I'd never seen in other sets before. That's
Yeah,
great.
what's disappointing to me though is what I like about the people packs is you can get pieces to make normal everyday minifigures, which are really hard to make in Lego.
Mhm.
You can't do that with
No,
this
you
one. In fact,
can't.
most of the like astronauts and stuff, they don't even look like they belong to the same space corporation.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
that
don't.
stinks.
Maybe there's a story behind all this.
I
He's
think
also the
they're
only one with American box art. You notice it actually says the pieces on it.
Oh yeah.
It'll probably be about $30 because it is a minifigure pack.
Hey Mal.
Mm.
So have you noticed the guy on the treadmill and then the person in front of him with a whip with a pizza on the end?
Pizza time.
That's yes, pizza time, but that's sadistic. That's cold. I don't like that.
It's used as a measure of torture.
Yeah,
In case you stop running, you just whip them with pizza. I prefer a wet noodle myself in comparison to pizza. Just
So you're saying you
the
prefer
pizza
ramen.
flour just
You prefer
grinds
ramen.
up your back, you know?
Yeah.
It's unpleasant.
I'm not allowing this joke to go any further. It's not funny.
I don't know. It's just like it's a crime to keep people from pizza time. You know?
I just noticed we don't have a link to the Ninjago sets on the itinerary.
Yeah, that was your fault.
That's my fault?
Yeah, because you talked about it, so maybe some people assumed we wouldn't talk about it.
Like
But I didn't actually make the itinerary, so I'm just throwing out baseless accusations right now to keep, the time going.
Here, let me bring it up on Brickset here for you guys.
See, you were supposed to be bringing it up the whole time while I was ranting.
I was. But then you
Uh-huh.
didn't give me enough time.
I'm not trying to give you enough time. I'm trying to give you time enough. Okay,
What?
that works.
Alright, here we are.
Yay!
So I talked about these extensively, but there's still more stuff I can talk about.
I watched you talk about these extensively.
So, Ninjago is going full-blown Chima and doing fire versus ice.
no.
This feels like a really odd theme for Ninjago to me.
It feels like what?
A really odd direction for Ninjago to take to me. It doesn't feel like it fits in.
You keep on cutting out every other word. I'm sorry. Just keep going, please.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, the audience has always heard. I think it's just an odd direction for Ninjago to take. Another thing that's odd that I did not talk about in my video is the box art.
The box art sucks.
Yeah.
Glenda, what is your view on the box art? You haven't said anything about it.
Okay. Are we talking about the weird Kai thing?
Just like the whole
Just
layout of it
the
and
whole
everything
thing.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a graphic design major, but it's not... This is not at a professional level.
It
I mean,
seems
some
very-
parts of it are cool, but it
Seems
just
very
isn't...
inconsistent.
It doesn't look done. It looked like someone stuck some images on and was like, okay, this is gonna go through critique, right? And they were relying on the critique to actually fix it, and that never happened.
My problem is, like, the depiction of Kai is just, like, very inconsistent between the boxes. Like, on this first one, it's just, like, part of his weapon and part of him, but then, like, the next one, it's just the whole picture.
Yeah,
and then
it's
the next
different.
one after that, it's the whole picture, and
My
then it
only
goes back to
problem
the...
with it,
the
why?
partial, like, pick one.
Compare it to the Ninjago Legacy box art, which is so cool.
Like, they were all pretty consistent.
The Ninjago Legacy box art is great. It has cool texture, cool
like,
detail, everything is spaced out properly.
Everything, there's just a singular banner. There's not two.
Everything has really thick black borders on the new box art, too. I don't know why. They just seem to really want to change it up, but also then you have like this random black space in the lower left corner of all the sets this way, which...
Yeah, that is definitely not... I think that the parts where it's like just a corner with Kai stuck in it are worse than the
breaks
ones
the
where it's
general
just a
mold
border.
of what Lego box art is like the city sets didn't follow this. They still had the normal banner aesthetic to them.
Well, I can see that they're trying to try something new and see with different things work. And I appreciate a bit of experimentation, but on the other hand, then usually if you experiment, you should end up with something good if you're going to put it on your product.
Yeah.
I don't know, just in my experience, maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know.
If you were a kid walking down the Lego store, or an adult, I don't judge, but you're just walking, most of the box art is going to look, visually consistent, Most of them are going to have a banner on top and a picture of the set. This one would, break up the whole experience, you're just walking down, then these are in your face. So, and since it's so poorly made, it doesn't look good. Judge a book by its cover.
And also,
bit,
this could be
it
a fault of
good.
just the setting for the season, but the whole fire ice motif just is very jarring in terms of its background. It starts off with this kind of icy landscape, but then it goes straight to desert, and then back to icy landscape, back to desert, icy landscape, desert, icy landscape. It's just where are you? Pick one. That's what this season should be. It should be called Ninjago. Ninjago season 12. Pick one.
I don't have a problem with fire and ice being on sets, but it's okay, we have the four elements, Why are we just focusing on fire and ice this season? It just seems like we're forgetting things
at least when Chima did fire and ice, they kept the backgrounds all ice. You know what I mean?
I don't think that it's necessarily a problem with that, because maybe you want to play with the fire ones, maybe you're more attracted to the ice ones.
But
I also think it's probably going to be something.
And it might
sure
just
the
be
show
me.
Will
it might just be me, but it makes me feel like they're from two different seasons.
Maybe I don't know. Can I say what actually bothers me about this?
What?
As someone who messes around with Photoshop occasionally, the layering is really weird. So we've got the background on the back, and somehow over that is Kai, and over that are the sets, ? And over that are the Lego icon and the Ninjago thing. The picture I just posted in chat is the clearest example of that, where it's just everything is in front of everything and everything's overlapping.
That is not abnormal for Lego sets. As you can see with the Legacy one, they usually put this, they want to make sure the set goes up in front of everything else.
Yeah, and that's true, but they just...
Oh, with this one, though, the logo is behind, or in front of the set, which is odd.
Yeah. Yeah, the dragon wing is partially cut off by the Lego logo. It's just, Lego usually does a more elegant job of it.
Huh.
In the Ninjago Legacy box art, then it's sort of...
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It being next to the Ninjago Legacy leads you down into the set, while this just sort of has stuff... Your eye doesn't know where to go. I know that's just basically artistic jargon, but that's how it be it do.
I hear you.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So, anyway. Let's go back and go through the sets one by one, not the box art this time.
Yay.
We'll start off with Lloyd's Journey, which I forget if we already mentioned this on the podcast or if that was before we started, but it has the Nine Tails inspired thing in it.
But it
which
only
is
has 3 tails, so that stinks.
Yeah, you can only fit
Hey,
so
look,
many tails.
it is Tails from Sonic Lego.
Isn't it
Lego
that thing from Princess
Tails.
Mononoke?
I don't know what that is.
It's anime.
It's
no
Hayao
heed.
Miyazaki.
It also has gold sword in
Yeah,
ice.
it has the
Is
Lloyd
that a
sword
sword?
from the Ninjago movie in gold. That's the first time it's come in gold.
No, it's not a sword. It's an S word.
You're an S word.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Another
You mean I'm a
new
sharp
notable
weapon?
pieces are Lloyd has a new armor piece, which is cool. Also, Lloyd's not wearing gloves, which is like a first for any of the ninja ever. He has yellow hands, which the ninja never have.
What? Why?
Which seems counterintuitive to me because they're, in an icy place. But
Lloyd,
be
it's,
like
it's
you do.
cold out there. Put some
I don't know
gloves
what's
on.
up with that. Also, there's a very horrible flaw to the set, which they brought back. They stopped for a while, like with Legacy. Lloyd doesn't have a hood here, which means you get an incomplete Lloyd.
Lloyd, it's cold out there. Put some gloves and a hat on.
Who's guessing he's doing this because his mom told him to dress warmly and he was like, Mom, I don't need you.
Look, that fire,
That's
that
not
big
it.
torch you have, it's not going to keep you warm forever, all right? The cold wind comes in, whoosh, it's gone.
You can't
fire's
tell
gone.
me how to live my life. I'm not going to
So,
wear a jacket just because
Another
you told me
interesting
to.
thing, I guess, so to speak, here is the new Ice Samurai, which I like the design for that a lot.
I do
don't
like
think
his
it's-
armor. That's
His
cool.
armor's weird. I want to see how it works in pieces, but I like the colors. And I love that we have the katana in light blue.
The katana's cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. Took me a minute to figure that.
And we get Tails from Sonic. Best set ever.
We only know the piece count for this so far, which is 81 pieces, meaning it would be $10, except we do have the special mold for this new creature.
Tails from Sonic.
Whatever. Yeah,
Tales
those
from
generally
Sonic
drive
might
up
up
the
the
price. So it
price.
could be 15, in which case it's a bit of a ripoff. But if it's 10, it'll be a fine set, even if it is a little bit under 100 pieces.
Interesting.
All right, so next up we have probably maybe my least favorite set of the wave, Cole's dirt bike.
Did
We've
he
gotten
need
so
another
many Cole motorcycles.
That's because he has to, live free.
one?
Die
Why
young.
can't Cole just get like a Jeep or something?
It's-
Like a
yeah, Cole's
really
never
big
gotten a Jeep,
Jeep.
actually.
Why is it always got to be a motorcycle or a drill? Or a flying drill?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's a bad design per se. I've seen worse for Cole, but
I think it is better than the last Cole, and actually only Cole motorcycle got from Possession, which I really did not like this set at all.
Mhm.
The blaster bike, however, it's boring. They
So,
just-
I just gotta say, are the blades in front for when he tramples something? If it gets caught in the tread, it'll just stab.
Yeah, but
The
the
tread
treads
should
go
not-
down.
you
That's
know, I
only-
would totally be down for that.
Except, yeah, the
Just-
tread will not be moving towards the blades.
Well, what happens if he's reversing on purpose to
Then how are they
get
gonna run
some-
into it?
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
like-
If
very
something's trying to
intentional,
crawl up
okay?
onto this.
No.
First he's gonna ram into them, and then they're gonna get stuck in the treads, Like their scales.
run over
and then
someone
he goes
backwards.
backwards. There. That's how he does it.
This is in a few other sets too, but there's also new tire construction for the back tire with a new piece.
Oh, yeah, look at that. And the front tire, too. Or the front, not tire, the tread.
No, that's not a new piece. That's just a printing
Oh, okay.
or a sticker, more.
Oh,
likely.
yeah, I see it now, okay. Yeah, the back one looks interesting.
Now, the more interesting part about this set is the minifigures. Oh, one other new piece I forgot to mention. Kai has the katana with short handle in gold, which has only previously been in silver.
Oh, and I see that Cole is going back to orange.
Yes, that is another interesting. Cole's the only one with a new color mold on his hood this wave.
Interesting.
Which is orange, which I like. And also, they all have a printing on their hoods this wave. That's the only thing that differentiates them. Overall, the actual designs for the ninjas' outfits are kind of boring. There's, like, nothing at all that sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of bland, but at least they're unique. Cole's is probably the best. He also lost his sleeves again.
He don't need no
Just
sleeves.
couldn't keep those guns inside of him.
There's also Mr. Fire Snick.
Yes, I really like the Fire Cobra things here. I don't know how they'll fit in Ninjago because Ninjago's had so many snake-themed villains, but I really like the colors.
So we got Ice Samurai and Fire Snicks. What's next?
Sure.
What is next?
I don't know, but I like those Fire Snake people, and I'd like to get several of them just
I
because
like
think
his
the
sword.
aesthetic's really cool.
I like that sword
We've had
mold.
that scimitar piece before.
Yeah, but I like it in that color. It's
Have
like
we not gotten it
I
in
think-
the bronze color?
No, I don't think we have.
Huh.
Which, that looks really
Yeah,
cool.
but it is cool in bronze.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's very, very interesting.
Alright, I think we're ready to move on to the Shurikopter.
Don't you mean Shurikopter from, like, Black Panther?
I totally thought that was what it was supposed to be, like shurikopter. Until I saw the shuriken and I was like, oh, they were being clever. Okay. I see.
So this has a variant of J. With the
yes,
spinner.
that's another new variant we have for the ninja this wave, which has their a normal torso print, but with a different hood mold, which has like this flame hair thing going on.
Because reasons? I don't...
Well, it's like some elemental flair to it, which I think it looks cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's gotta be a function thing that is all explained in the TV show.
Probably not, actually. Most of like the Spinjitzu Airjitsu variants, like why they look like that, are never even in the show.
Well, never mind then. I still need to catch up on Ninjago.
I thought you saw Hunted, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, that was the most recent season besides the one that's only come out in New Zealand. So you're
still
not really
haven't-
behind
I've still only watched like a quarter of Airbound, though.
Skybound, but yeah.
You see my point.
Once you get to the end, you'll realize why you're not that behind.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So, a couple of other interesting parts to point out. Here are the new snowflake-looking blade pieces and the new spear piece.
There's also like a
Right.
banner piece that's on the spear.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that they're putting the spinners back in the regular sets as well.
Okay, I have mixed feelings about that because I got all of the previous spinners, and I can't tell if these are a new mold or not. In either way, now there's a lot more to collect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna have
A
not
lot,
the best time trying to collect these minifigures.
There's a total of, by the end, we'll see 3 new variants
Oh,
for the ninja.
for each ninja. Jeez.
Yes. Hopefully, actually, because there's a couple of them we're still missing.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I like how we haven't talked about the copter itself.
Copter itself is boring.
Yeah, it's just very generic. It's got
Any-
big pinwheels on the sides. Great.
Yeah, does anyone have any thoughts on the copter?
No.
I don't think it's bad. They already did a weird helicopter design for a different thing just recently, though.
So I'm not going to get this one. I don't think it's that interesting.
Still better looking than the double copter, though.
Well, that's just a given because this is cooler. But anyway, let's move on to the next set, which is the Fire Fang. This one I like.
It's also going
Yeah,
full
this
Chima.
one is cool.
Ooh.
Full on Chima.
Now, I did not realize when I first saw this is actually 463 pieces.
What?
That I don't see how they can use that many pieces for this.
It's a surprisingly long snake.
Not that long. But it does have a lot of cool pieces and different colors on it. Have we gotten that rocky slope piece in the transparent orange before? I don't think we have.
Maybe? Maybe.
If we have, I don't recall it, and I don't own it. Also,
think,
we have
actually,
a
yes,
variant
I think
of...
we may have.
All right. Do you know what it's from?
Maybe Nexonites? I don't know.
That's why.
We also have this golden cobra thing here with a Nauticon ghost tail, which is really cool. I really like that minifigure.
And he has a banner of his own. Interesting.
We also have the Lord of the Rings elf spear on one of the snakes down there in bronze, I believe, again. And there's like this new fire piece that the snake is spitting out, which at least I think that is a piece and not like some...
I think
it might be a vinyl.
Like it's
yeah, it might be vinyl because there's a lot of other vinyl in this set, but I don't know for certain. This set also comes with the flamey hair version of Kai.
Yep.
So I'll probably get this one. I hope it is not $50, even though that's where the pieces lean towards. But we will see. Any other thoughts, guys?
Not really. It's just kind
I
of
like the flags. I really like the flags.
I think it's cool.
All right. Let's move to the Katana 4x4. This is the only ninja vehicle I think really stands out to me this wave.
Does look interesting.
I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of the vehicle is, but it is a more unique design.
It does have some interesting functions from what I can see.
It has bulk.
Yes. You see, they should take this vehicle, paint it black, and give it to Cole. This is what Cole needs.
Yeah, though it would be more boring in black.
Hey.
So we have a black snake in this one, speaking of that, with the return of the tailpiece yet
snake.
again. The interesting thing about this one, too, is, and also one of the snake minions, is they have a head that's less cobra-shaped and more skinny.
It doesn't have, like, the fire things jumping out from the sides. Are we sure? Actually, yeah, I think we are. I was going to say, are the fire pieces, like, extra pieces or something?
I was wondering that first, too, but
I think
no
they are
way.
dual molded, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
He's also the first appearance of Neo we have so far with the fiery hood thing. And we see the wheel construction that Cole's vehicle had again here. Other than that...
Yeah, it also has one of those shuriken pieces from that helicopter.
Oh, yeah, in gold.
On the front. And it kind of like, I guess it spins as you roll it. Which is not a bad function.
This set is 450 pieces. I hope it is more leaning towards 40 and not 50. If it is, I will get it.
I'm thinking these spears with the banners on them are like the collectibles for the season.
Yeah, though they're probably collectibles that don't really mean much, like Ninjago is known to have.
Like that dragon armor or whatever.
That meant a bit more.
But I didn't watch that season. I really have not kept up with the show. It's just been so inconsistent with how it's been released.
Yeah, I really want them to release the March of the Oni. I want to see it so bad, but I can't even find HD bootleg.
Yeah,
I'm not willing to watch un-HD bootlegs.
Well, what's the point of watching the show if you just gotta kind of cringe through it? I want to, enjoy it as it was intended to be enjoyed in HD.
They just need
What
to
happens if it
get
was
with
intended
Netflix
to
and
be
just have a
enjoyed?
Netflix deal. Like,
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some reason with their contract with Cartoon Network they can't do that, but they do.
Cartoon Network is terrible right now. Just stop doing business with them, please.
The Cartoon Network in other countries seem to be doing better.
It's fine
with them.
for other countries, but not for the States.
Yeah, the U.S. Cartoon Network, it totally disservices Ninjago.
I think either they need to get a better deal with Cartoon Network, or they need to get a better deal with Netflix to get the episodes out, with a faster turnaround.
All right, well, let's move on to the next and my favorite set of the wave. I feel like we heard about this one a long time ago. Actually, wasn't this in a leaked Legacy set? They were talking about Lloyd's Titan mech?
Maybe.
It seems familiar.
I feel like
name
at one point we
mech.
thought they were going to make the golden ninja mech, but
okay, yes.
then that didn't happen.
So
instead
this
we
was
got
probably what that was
the the fusion dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, though, I really like this set.
Well, it's
I like
really
the
does look
design.
good
interesting.
looking.
Good colors, seems solid design. It looks like a solid build. It's not especially gappy.
There's
This is
something
the first
redundant.
appearance of Lloyd with a hood, who still is not wearing gloves for whatever reason. And then also we haven't mentioned with Zane. I've heard rumors that Zane is going to become like a pseudo bad guy this season and become the Ice Emperor.
Oh.
That
That's
would be
interesting.
either horrible. That would be horrible. Wonderful.
Yeah,
and
also,
horrible.
I have
He has his
trouble
hands-
with the redundancy of Zane has fire hair.
Well, it's not really
It's
fire.
icicles.
But...
I know.
Anyway, he also has had his both waist piece and hands molded in blue, which is interesting.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
kind of dope, though.
That does look nice. Also, Lloyd still has no gloves.
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned.
Yeah, I just noticed myself.
Does
That's-
anyone else like the design for the samurai head
Yeah,
for the Titan mech?
it's nice.
The
I
head,
don't know what it is. I like it.
The head isn't the part I noticed the most. I just really like the colors.
Well, usually the mechs, I look at the head because they usually have like something really weird or just ignore the head. And this one, it feels like someone actually thought about, gee, how would I design a head for this really cool mech? And someone
it has,
actually
like,
designed a cool
These
head.
kind of striking, like, light green eyes, sorta.
I didn't even notice the eyes,
And
honestly.
it has this kind of, like, mouth looking like, hey.
I didn't even notice the mouth.
Like,
Honestly,
you just
I
look
could
at
do
it, and
without
you're
the
just like,
wings. I think
yeah.
it can be kind of annoying when moving a set around to keep straight.
Oh. You know
Oh,
what?
I thought that you
I
were
don't
more
know
interested
why.
in display than moving it around.
I don't know
Well,
why,
yes,
but
but you
this
gotta move
head,
it around when you're
like,
displaying it, and
I'm
it gets
just,
really annoying
I'm
when
looking
you
at
move
this
it
head,
around
and it's just
things
saying,
bend.
oh,
I'm sure you can remove them.
I'm looking at this head, and it's saying, I got better things to do tonight than die.
Good for you.
Right, Glenda?
I agree with that.
Yeah. It's just like got
Oh,
this
no.
weird smirk going on. It's
Monday.
I
It's
can't get away
because
from
it's
it.
white and yellow and green, which are Springer's colors.
Now,
And gold.
something that no one else has probably noticed, but I think is cool. One of the ice goons here, he has the 2-spike shoulder armor piece, which I forget where that first premiered, but it's been around a while, in transparent blue, and the samurai helmet in dark
Ooh.
red.
Ooh.
Hmm.
So that's cool.
Interesting.
There's not much else to say. I think I'm definitely going to get this one eventually. It'll probably be an $80 or $90 set, so it's going to be a while, but it's a really cool set, and I'll probably get it when it goes down in price on Amazon.
Mhm.
In just a second, what's up with those fingers? Are those the normal piece? They look different.
What looks different?
The finger piece. You know how they normally use the Exoforce robot arm?
Those are still the Exoforce robot arms.
Are they? They look longer.
Yes.
They look
It was-
like it. Yeah.
They look longer to me, but maybe it's just there's the angle of this picture.
I think it's
I
probably
think it's that.
perspective.
Yeah, the
Also,
perspective- it
the
would be cool if we
graininess
got
of
a new
it.
variant of that piece. But it looks like we're not getting it today.
Well then.
All right. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
I actually lost the link, so I've got to put it back in.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we
And
gonna
next
talk
up,
about the 9 minifigure set next?
yes, this
Yes.
one, which I like one part and I don't like the other. And that
Right.
is
The fact that it has Sensei Wu in it.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not the one. They're talking about
Darn
the
it.
land bounty, actually. I thought we were... No, we are talking about Sensei Wu. I just skipped ahead in what I was thinking.
Oh, I was actually right about some. Yay. That one
All
doesn't
right, the
have
land bounty,
Yeah.
the latest in the Destiny bounty variant sets.
The land bounty.
Notable things in this set is we finally have an appearance of Jay and Nia in their normal forms, and we have the Flame Spinjitzu variant of Cole, as well as both of the specialty snake figures.
Also,
and
Wu
this is
has
the
a
only
cape.
appearance of Wu. Yeah, Wu has a cape, and it's one of the newer clothy capes, which I think is cool.
Mhm.
Actually, this is probably the coolest version of Wu we've gotten in a while, even though I can't see it that well. It's just different, which is nice to see.
I can't say I'm a huge fan of, like, you know, we've put this thing out on sea, we've had this thing fly. let's put a set of wheels on it now.
I mean, the only other thing to do is make it into a submarine, so...
It could be a drill, like, it could be cold vehicle
Drill.
next.
Yeah, because we totally
That would
don't
be
have
great.
enough drills in Ninjago.
I know, right?
I'm not, like, offended by the set or anything, but I don't think I'd pay $120 for it.
I think it has an interior.
It did better.
Like, if
Probably
you zoom
does.
in, you can kind of see a windshield, and, like, where else is that window on the side going?
Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be too impressive.
Oh, no, I'm not thinking so either, but at least it adds layers to the set.
Yeah. I think this is just one of the lesser versions of the Destiny Bounty, all things considered.
Like the DB Express from Tournament of Elements, I think? Yeah.
That wasn't a Destiny Bounty.
Well, it was the Destiny's Bounty Express.
No, it was a Samurai DBX. It was a Samurai X vehicle. It wasn't for the Destiny Bounty.
I don't remember having Samurai related.
Yeah,
to
it was. It was Samurai X themed vehicle.
Oh.
I like the staff.
They just said it was the
What
DB
staff?
Express in the show.
The
I was like,
snaky
okay.
staff with
Oh, the
the two
golden one.
prongs. No, the one
Oh
with
no,
the two
the other one.
prongs that the
Oh yeah, that's the one he had
black
before.
snaky snake. Yeah, I like
Black
that.
Snaky Snake.
Well, I was trying to figure out a polite way of saying it.
Overall, I feel like that's the whole wheel mechanism adds too much bulk to the set that raises the price, and that's not really needed.
Yeah, they're.
Oh yeah,
What
it
is
has
with
like
the sort of-
turning
there's-
wheels. That's kind of cool.
I don't know why, but all the recent Ninjago land vehicles kind of feel like they're based on monster trucks loosely.
Well,
Like the Katana 4x4 has this sort of like.
it makes
bulky
sense for these
vibe.
for the desert ones because that's kind of what you need for desert travel. You need big wheels.
It is, yeah.
But overall,
I'm not
this is
saying
probably
it's
not
bad,
going to get
though.
the set. I still need to get the movie Destiny Bounty, which I hope I can find. But I've not had the money for it.
I think it's still in stores near me because nothing sells at my stores.
It was cheaper on Amazon for a while.
Yeah.
But I know you can also get it like without the box on Bricklink for like $30 cheaper than with the box.
Is Ninjago City still like up for order?
I think so.
Hmm.
I can't not say for certain.
That's one to keep an eye on.
Let's go on to the largest set of this wave.
It's the Castle of the Forsaken Emperor.
The castle I don't like, the dragon I do.
The castle
Which
feels
also,
like it needs
I think
more
that thing
to be
riding on the
cast.
dragon, I cannot confirm, but that might be Zane. He has the same colored hands.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring
I'm
up.
trying to see the face.
Is that really
I
the
can't
only
tell. It
confirming
looks like-
thing? Is that it comes with the same color hands?
Well, we can't look at it close enough, and like I said, I believe in a leaked list they talked about this, where there's an Ice Emperor Zane minifigure.
I think it actually does say he is the Ice Emperor, so it... Okay, yeah. And he is all white, and Zane is all white. So that does have some
Wow.
merit.
Profiling.
The thing on its back looks like it has a trans blue head,
Yeah, it does.
and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the armor. It's
Well, the
definitely
armor's matching the
samurai
other
armor.
Ice Samurai, so... Except in white. The castle
Also,
itself...
while we were talking, I looked up Princess Mononoke, and this one has it in there.
Yes. I didn't know that was the name because I had not seen that anywhere, but I'm assuming she can transform back and forth in between the fox thing.
I guess?
That was kind of what I was figuring, since there's that thingy. I mean, Princess Mononoke couldn't, I think.
I don't know what this
I
is.
don't know. I couldn't finish that movie.
Who
but
is this person?
I have no idea. I assume it's. I don't even know.
Yeah, I
Very
don't know
Actually,
either.
I'm like fairly certain that this is female, but I'm not actually certain.
Yeah, I'm sure it's female. Now, a few other things of note in this set. We have the Spinjitzu fiery hair version of Lloyd. And I like that crossbow, but that's about it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to see more of the actual like playset, but it doesn't seem like there's much to it.
I really do not like the castle itself.
It needs more castle to be considered a castle.
I think
You
the
know.
colors don't really work at this scale. I think it looks really spindly and flat. and just generally unappealing. I'm not going to buy it.
I think it blends into the background a little bit too much. Like what am I looking at? Like, I cannot actually tell what it is that I'm looking at.
I actually had that problem with the last set we were looking at.
Yeah, like, with the last one, like, I can kind of make out some of the details and all that, but with this one, it's like, it all blends into to itself. Like, I can't make heads or tails of what's in this. Like, I can see there's a ballista over on the right there, and that there's a dragon.
I believe has the bolts
until
in
someone
Yeah, but the rest of it, it's
brown
like,
is new.
there's nothing here to entice me.
I like the dragon.
And I'm not just being negative just to be overly negative and to be negative against Ninjago, because Ninjago bad. I just, like, I don't think this is very good. It just doesn't look very enticing.
The thing is, the most appealing thing about this thing to me is the color palette. Like, if you broke the individual colors down into, they use black and red and white and this shade of blue. I don't know, that's for some reason is the most attractive thing to me about this set.
That dark red and white go really well together.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So...
The dragon wings are so cool. I wish I could just buy this dragon, because I totally would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it will eventually be available.
Hey, it could be an ice energy dragon. Who knows? Do they still do those
those aren't
anymore?
a thing anymore.
Anyway.
And then we got spinners. But
yes,
who cares?
spinners. I love spinners.
Oh.
So, these I actually didn't think they were going to do, but they did, and I have mixed feelings about them, not because of the variants themselves. I love these minifigures so much. But there is no, is it, who doesn't appear? Cole and Nia versions. At least so far.
Wait,
which disturbs me. No. We have Jay, Zane, Lloyd, Kai, and Samurai.
Samurai.
I'm hoping
these
we just haven't
individual
seen...
sets, okay.
Yeah, these are different than the ones in the individual sets.
Okay.
These are the third variant for this wave, which is cool that we actually get another variant instead of just re-releasing the same minifigures in these packs. I like that. Though I think the Spinjitzu Tornado is the same. So I may not, all of the tornadoes actually ended up in bricks and pieces this year with the legacy sets. Actually, almost all of the pieces for the minifigures are. So I might hold out on these and see if I can buy the pieces individually from there instead of buying the whole set, like I did with the Air Jitsu versions. But I really, really like these variants. If we look at the Lloyd first off, it's so cool. This might be my
like that
new favorite version of
green
Lloyd.
Ooh, that does look kind of nice.
I do like that, actually.
Yeah, they made a choice to go with much bolder, defined colors than normal, which I really, really like. Also, these have much better accessories than the last version of these Spinjitzu sets, which the accessories are the worst part of the Spinjitzu sets for the winter wave of this year. They're really just pieces.
Why does that little kid in the background crack me up? Because his hand slamming down is like twice the size of his entire body. I don't know what it just.
The next one is Jay.
Oh, this Jay is so cool too. I love how they mix up his colors here.
I like how they have silver as part of his design. Because have we really seen Jay having silver as a primary
No,
color?
usually that would be... I believe it's gunmetal more akin to what Nia uses, but... Oh, man.
Well, actually, no.
so
He had
cool.
that one silver arm
That is true.
one time.
Oh, I didn't recognize him because of the metal arm.
Ah,
I'm gonna be quiet now.
leave.
Okay, this one... his tornado thing in this one is definitely different than in the set, because in the set it is blue.
I think that's Nia's in the set.
No, there... If you look at the Shuriken-copter with Jay, Nia's is blue and gray, but Jay's is blue and transparent green.
Oh, yeah, and this one's
I
silver
gotcha.
and green. Okay, that's
So
interesting.
yeah, this is a
why they
different
changed
tornado. But it looks so cool again. I want to get a better look at the printing, and especially the legs. They usually tend to cheap out on the legs for these sets.
Well, we can't see the legs here.
Yeah,
so
we can't see them.
that's
Hopefully the
why.
legs don't absolutely ruin it. And again, I love the face printing too.
Watch
when
the
we get
legs be
exclusive
like
face prints.
spring green.
I hope they don't
Like
suck.
a color that's like completely like watch the legs be red. Okay.
I don't think it'll be that bad, if anything, but who knows?
I kid.
All right, let's move on to Zane.
Really
who's also
cool looking
really cool.
Zane. I like
This
that.
is also really cool. He looks very similar to his minifigure variant, more so than anyone else. But again, the main thing here is the new face print, which they all have special face prints, which is great.
Also, blue hands.
Yeah,
really
he still has
lending
the blue
itself
hands,
well to
which is
that theory.
What color hands did Jay have here? I can't tell. I can't tell what color hands Lloyd has either.
Can't tell either.
Is Jay the Forsaken Emperor?
Also, this is definitely a different version of the tornado for Zane, too. And I can see now if these follow the same molds, they might be actually totally different molds than this Winter Wave versions. Oh yeah, they are, because they don't have the little clips on the side for these Spinjitzu tornadoes. These are totally different Spinjitzu molds.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Huh.
So yeah, there goes that.
So that's
finally
more stuff you
confirms
have
that.
to buy.
Yeah, you have to buy all these. So yeah, and so that means all of these so far, except for maybe Lloyd, who Lloyd's looks the same to me between the set that he's in, because that is gold and green, and then his here is gold and green, but the other ones both have silver for their base here, so they are both different.
And then there's the Kai versus the Samurai.
This one makes me mad because I love the Kai, but the Samurai is so boring.
Yeah, it's just like a regular samurai. Like, come on, guys, try.
Yeah. And again, they could have had. We don't have Cole or Nia in here. Please. I just have those not have been leaked yet. If they don't complete this wave, I'm going to be so sad. But this Kai is amazing. Look how cool that looks. It looks like it's got like a gold head there that the printing is on, and then the red body with the gold arms.
It would certainly go along with
hood.
the gold rebooted Kai. So that'd be interesting.
Man, so if they don't do Nia and Cole, I'm gonna be really mad because they wasted one of these on Samurai.
Huh.
You mean samurai?
Samurai.
Oh, I hope. It's so annoying, like with the Dragon Masters, how we didn't get Lloyd or Nia in those. So it's going to be really, really annoying if we do not get Nia or Cole, which is Cole's would be really cool for these if they use the orange and the like a dark gunmetal or black or something. It could be so cool, and I want to see it, and I hope they do it, and I will buy it. Now, apparently, we went way over time with this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
So, yeah, it's about time for us to end. Does anyone else have any final comments on the Spinjitzu things first?
I'm tired.
They look good.
All right. This episode has been not brought to you, but supported by our patrons. So, their names are appearing above there. Mal, did we send out their special gift yet?
Oh, I plan on doing that.
You still haven't gotten stamps.
Nope.
Well,
I'll probably just smell it out when I get the stamps. Like, if
Oh,
I'll be
I
right
would
at the
hope
post
so.
op. Yeah.
I would hope you don't get the stamps, then wait another couple weeks before you send it out.
Oh boy.
No, I'd just wait till I get home.
Alright, well, those should be coming out soon, and I hope people enjoy them. I look forward to getting one myself when I meet up with Kevin and Mason Leo in Florida in a few weeks here.
That was not part of our contract. You'll have to pay extra for my luggage.
Like,
What?
weighs nothing. I mean, we debated whether or not you'll be able to bring us the mugs. Which you're way behind on getting those out. Those will
I
come out
haven't been
eventually,
paid
though, and then
for
we'll
them,
release the
so-
remaining ones to the public, which there's going to be 1 or 2 of those left. So stay tuned if you're not a patron and you'd like to get exclusive Cooking Hero Factory mug.
Yeah.
So, For Ford, Klenda, Malaris, and myself, LQ, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Have a good one.
See you later.